Hello YouTubers and welcome to Novus Talks with me, your host Novus Corvius. And we have yet another job listing from Retro Studios for Metroid Prime 4 to talk about. It's been a while since we last heard from one of these. It's been maybe about a month or two, I'm not exactly sure, but this one there isn't as much information on. It's not as detailed as the last few have been, so this particular video isn't going to be as long as these updates usually are, because apparently this hiring happened all the way back in July, so we're only hearing about it now. We don't have the usual kind of details that we get whenever one of these hirings comes out, but we're gonna jump into it anyways. So basically Retro Studios have hired John Marcello from God of War to work on Metroid Prime 4. Supposedly he was hired back in July and he's been working on Prime 4 ever since. I have never played God of War. I've only seen short snippets here and there on YouTube, but obviously that's a pretty high profile franchise. That is one of the biggest in gaming and it's one of the most well reviewed. Supposedly he's coming over to do environment work or level layout, puzzle design, things like this, all of which are very crucial elements in a Metroid game. And we've already heard so much about the environment work for this game. I think nearly all, if not all, of the people Retro have hired so far have been for various environment related things. We've heard stuff about outsourcing, terrain layout. We heard about like boss design I think at one point, so most of it's been about the environments, very few other details we've picked up on. So we don't really have much new info to go on for the game, but I said I wanted to make this video anyway, just for the sake of talking about Metroid Prime 4, because we don't know when we're going to hear from this game. You know, I just watched a few videos talking about this, and you know, when I did the last few updates on Metroid Prime 4, I was saying how I'm pretty sure this game's in November 2021 because all the outsourcing environment work is complete and stuff. But with this, I don't really know. I don't know anything about gaming, so I don't know if an environment artist being brought in at this stage is normal, if it's abnormal, what it says about the development of the game. I have no idea. I don't think we know for definite where Metroid Prime 4 is in development. I'd like to still go by my theory that Metroid is coming out in November of next year, but I don't know. We'll have to see something from the game first before I can say for definite. Nevertheless, this is exciting news. It is good news. The last update we got, I believe, was on some sort of director that was hired, environment director or something like that. And then there was some other person that was controversial, I think, that was brought over. So, as we've already discussed before, Retro are bringing out the big guns for this. We already know this is going to be the best looking Nintendo game ever made. This is going to be beyond anything we can even imagine. So that alone is worth getting excited for, even if at the moment it seems like we have nothing to get excited over. Assuming E3 happens next year, I'm pretty confident we will see it next year. That's if E3 happens. If it doesn't, I still think Nintendo might do a direct or something. I imagine next summer we'd have to see something. It's possible we could see it before then, sometime the first few months of 2021, but I think leaving it till summer gives them that extra time to polish up a few little details before showcasing the game to the world. And I can only hope that they show us a trailer and an idea of when they want to release the game, or at least just the year, just so that our hunger can be satisfied just a little bit. But yeah, other than that, I think I'm not going to talk about Metroid Prime 4 for a while, as I said, unless there's like another major hiring and there's a huge list of details to go through. I'm not going to do too many more of these. They're getting stale and I'm not sure if you guys really enjoy these yourselves, so I am going to leave it here for now. But just like everything else on the channel, it is a case of I have to leave it for the time being and wait until there's actually something big to talk about in relation to it. But at the end here, I want to say something unrelated to Metroid here for a moment. just about the channel in general, my upload schedule. You know, I've been saying for the past few months that I try to upload once every day or two, and try to get like 3 or 4 videos a week. And you've noticed lately that I've been doing only about 1 or 2 videos a week, and that's, to be honest, the reason that is because I've kind of lost some of the motivation for doing videos. Simply because there isn't really anything to talk about in terms of movies that I'm interested in anyway, and games that I'm interested in anyway. There isn't a whole lot to talk about, and the small bits that there are to talk about only make for short videos. So it's really putting me in a weird predicament. On top of that, it's the views the videos get. I don't really ever talk about the analytics of my channel with you guys, but for this sake here, I'll mention it. It's very unpredictable with my videos. I've noticed with every video I've done on this channel, and even on my old channel to some degree, I have put up videos that might get like anywhere from 10 to 100, 200 views, and yet the watch time will only be about for a minute or two. And that's been really frustrating. In the beginning, I put it down just to the fact that most of my videos were like 20 minutes long, but recently when I've been bringing them down to like 10 minutes, 12 minutes at the most, the watch time hasn't gone up. And that has been a bit disheartening for me, actually. And in terms of making content for the channel, it is putting me down quite a bit, because I'm making videos but no one is really watching them. Some of them get views, but the actual watch time isn't really there. The views mostly come from people just clicking on the video rather than actually watching it. Which, for me as a YouTuber, as a content creator, it is, as I said, disheartening, because I want people to watch more of the videos. I want them to engage with me in the comments and things like this, but that doesn't happen. And even with this video, there's only going to be like maybe 1 or 2 people who even make it this far in this video, I bet, if even that many people. And so it has made me less motivated with videos, because my attitude with videos over the past few weeks has become, I feel like, what's the point? What's the point in doing videos when I upload but very few people pay attention to them? Of my subscribers, it's even less people. Most of my views come from me sharing it on Facebook and different communities and groups I'm in. So that has dampened my motivation for wanting to upload. Don't get me wrong, I still love doing YouTube. That's something I always do. That's the only reason I'm still doing this, and why I haven't quit altogether, is because I love this too much. It gives me something to do when I'm bored, or it lets me talk about certain things that I don't normally get to talk about with other people who don't share the same interests as me. I get to talk about Metroid, I get to talk about Saw or Transformers or anything that I don't normally get to talk about elsewhere in great detail. So YouTube has always been an outlet for that, but that is really the only thing I have that keeps me going with this channel at this point. And don't get this wrong, I'm not saying I want to quit YouTube or anything like that anytime soon, but it is, as I said, disheartening that these videos don't get much views or much in the way of attention. And maybe, I don't know what I know it's probably down to the fact I'm not particularly interesting. I know that, I'm not dumb. I know that I don't have the best audio quality, I don't have a mic, so, and I as a person in front of the camera aren't that interesting compared to some other YouTubers who do the same kind of content as me. I guess my way of editing and stuff isn't on point either, but either way, I know I'm not the most thrilling or entertaining person to watch, so obviously that plays a massive part in it. But again, I can't do anything about that. That is out of my realm of control, of course, and that comes down to the preference of the people watching the videos. But I am aware that that probably is the reason about all of it, and since I can't do anything about it, my options are either to stop altogether or just do what I've always done and keep going regardless. But I don't know, I just want to throw all of this out there at the end. These are just my thoughts and my reasoning for not uploading as frequently, and for, you know, just general chatter. But yeah, now that you know all of that, that's it for this video. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. What you think of this new job listing from Retro. Does this get you excited? Have you played God of War? What's your experience with the franchise? How do you think this is going to influence Metroid Prime 4? When do you think we're going to see the game? All this stuff. Want to hear everything you have to say down in the comment section below. So yeah, with that all said, thank you all for watching and please subscribe. Novus Corvus out.